everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and I did a video the other day using the PZK.PFW VII. It's basically the Clan Roar Rewards uh, normal tech tree version of the VK7201K. Only difference is the gun. Literally, that is the only difference. And the gun on this one, the standard tier 10, in my opinion, is so much better. You don't hit for that 750, but average damage is, what did I find it was yesterday? 560. And I'm hitting, around 650. I usually hit between, it seems like, high sixes normally. Um, and your reload is so much faster, 13.21. Accuracy is so much better. Penetration for standard is 258. Premium's APCR, which is phenomenal, and that bumps you up to 315. So, when you run into one of these, a lot of problems people run into is where the hell do you shoot it? You can try for the, I don't know if I can get up there, that little commander's hatch back there, but good luck. It barely sticks up unless you're in like maybe the Type 5 or Type 4 heavy where you're aiming down on it. You're probably not going to hit it. Don't waste your ammo normally around the gun mantle because that's spaced armor. It's thick. Even though it looks like a low turret, don't let it fool you. The low's actually got a pretty good turret now, but this one is so much stronger. It's a bitch to pen the turret. There's two places to shoot this thing. One of them is a guaranteed pen. One of them is, well, if you're using standard rounds, probably about a 30% chance to pen it. If you're using a premium, like a heat round or a high penetrating APCR round, you still got about a 50-50 chance to pen this other spot. If they're angled, you don't even have a 50-50 chance. It really bumps it to about a 45-40% chance. The best place to shoot it is right here. If they try side scraping, they come out, pound them right there, round after round, right in that little spot right there. I guarantee you, you will pen that spot every single time, literally, both sides, obviously. So when they try and side scrape out and they pull out at that angle, just pound the shit out of them right there. If they're facing you straight on, you have two options. Okay, if you look where this step is, if you follow straight across, almost goes right into that again. So if they're facing you straight on, a lot of times if you shoot, not easy to do, directly, if they're angled, it'd be easier, but if they're straight on, straight through the spot, and go straight back, you'll pen that weak spot again. That's the easy. That's the almost guaranteed you will go through that spot every single time, even with standard rounds. Now, the second spot is the lower plate. Don't waste them on the upper plate. Too much of an angle. It's too thick. You're just going to bounce. This lower plate right here it's still thick, and it's still a bitch to pen. Standard rounds, you don't have a whole lot to guarantee you're going to go through that. I mean, I've bounced standard rounds from Yagzellas. Now, heat and high penetrating APCR rounds can usually go through that. If they're angled like that at all, you're going to have a lot of trouble going through that. But then you got this right here. If they're hiding that pretty well, let's say a rock or a house, something that's indestructible that they can't shoot through to hit that spot, if they're hiding it right there. Another spot you can also, where that track droops down, and there's right there on the superstructure, if you can aim right in there. And I think don't quote me, my son shot me once, and we were trying to figure out where the ammo rack was without cheating and looking it up, and I want to say he shot me right, it was either somewhere in here underneath the track in this area, and popped my top. And since then, I've never been ammo rack, just when we were dinking around trying to figure out where it was. I think he hit me in the lower plate once and ammo racked it too. Can't quite remember. This thing is a beast. Even the back, don't let that little door fool you. That thing is still thick, still a bitch to pen. In that match, I don't know if you saw where there was another PZK.PFW VII on my team. He shot me in the back of the turret, hit me right about there, and it bounced. Um, it was a standard round, but still it's 258 pen. It's very well rounded, so the only way you're going to pen this back spot is if you hit directly, like right almost dead center, but try not to hit that door because that panel is it's thicker than what you think. It's hard to pen that. So yeah, so you got those side spots there, right there. If they try and side scrape, it gives, that's a big free shoot me here sign all over those spots right there. If they're straight on, just shoot straight up the superstructure, and a lot of times you'll either pen that spot or that angled area I just showed you, both sides. And, lastly, resort down to the lower plate. Straight on, you can usually put a heat round or a nice high penetrating APC around that lower plate. Again, if they angle it, you're going to bounce. Don't waste it on the upper plate. You get pretty good chance you're going to bounce on the lower plate, but then you've got that big weak spot and then underneath the track. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, if you shoot underneath that track, you've got a good chance of ammo racking them. So, yeah, anyways, I hope that helps you try and figure out where to shoot it. I'll take it out for a match here real quick and see how we can do. Normally, when I run it, I average anywhere from 3 to it's like 6.5, 7,000 damage. I do real good with my super heavies. Don't give me a light tank because in light tanks, I'm lucky if I get 2,000 damage. I'm still not getting the hang of those goddamn light tanks. I just. Um, and I think a lot of it's to do with the way matchmakers changed. Here I'm, top tier in a light tank. We do have a couple heavy tanks, but they were tier 8s. And so I'm in the dilemma of, okay, now I'm top tier. Do I go out and try and do damage? Or do I just go out and try and still light like I normally would as a light tank would? But I'm top tier. So now I'm in that dilemma of what exactly is my role when I'm top tier. And normally I know if there's a lot more, tier 10s, heavies and whatnot, I know to go light for the team, go light and see what you can keep lit, so they can pound the shit out of them. But now if you're top tier in a light tank, it's like, shit, what do you do? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And another thing I noticed, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, oh my God, look at all these light tanks, and here, a couple of my buddies and we all teamed up in our LTTBs, and which is a light tank. It's I believe it's a tier 8 now. And they're like, oh, I couldn't believe it. We're top tanks and we're in light tanks, and there was a shitload ton of light tanks, and uh, the enemy team, they only had 3 light tanks. They rolled right over us. Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of people, when they platoon up now, it's going to be a little bit harder. A lot of times platoons, they want to go in light tanks all together, mediums, heavies, and stick together, which obviously, that's what I would say used to do. So you're now kind of, you got to stop and think, okay, so if we get we're top tiers, and we're in our light tanks, and they've got heavy tanks that are top tier, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. So what I've been telling a lot of people to do is, if you platoon up with like 3 people, and it might suck, but like have one guy run a light tank, one guy run a medium, one guy run a heavy, or one guy run a light tank, 2 in heavies, or one of them, just kind of mix it up so that everybody's not in a light tank. So if you're top on the tier, at least you got 1 or 2 maybe heavies and a mediums, not 3 light tanks. Because if you get too many light tanks and the enemy team has an abundance of heavies and mediums, especially heavies, they're going to roll right over you. For one, you got weaker penetration. 2, they got a lot more hit points than you do. You take LTTB, was it got? I don't know now if it's got even over 1,000 hit points. I think it had like, let's look it up here, guys. Come on. All right, so let's go to unhighlight all these. LTTB tier 8. You can see I play mine a whole lot. I got 9 matches and a shitty 22% win rate in it. It's because I don't play light tanks worth of shit. So it's got 1,050 hit points. Tier 8. So now you take that same Tier 8 and throw in a heavy tank. Liberty. 1,500. He's got, 500 more hit points than you. The M6A2, the bobblehead, 1,500 hit points. The Defender, 1,500 hit points. Oh-ho, 1,700 hit points. He's got close to 700 hit points more than you. Plus the gun on that is going to have trouble going through these. So you really got to mix it up on what you want to play. Unless you're like super wicked, purple super unicom, and you can play a light tank as good as anybody can play a heavy or a medium and roll around them. And believe me, I know a lot of players from G, Simp, oh geez, just plethora of clans that they've got players that can play, a light tank and just beat the shit out of me in my heavy tank. They're that good. And I'm pretty damn good in a heavy tank, good and tank destroyer. Just don't put me in a light tank. Like I said, I'm still learning. But yeah, so you really got to watch, when you platoon up what you run, because if you run 3 light tanks and you end up being top tier, unless you guys are all 3 really good in those, you risk kind of losing it for your team, unless everybody else has got, a shit ton of heavies. So anyways, if you want to hold on a minute, I'll be back, and we'll do a match or two in the PZ7 there. Alrighty, so here we are. We find ourselves on highway, and I've got 2 matches for you. And both of them, you're going to see what happens when artillery gets a hard-on for you and decides that all they want to do is shoot at you. And, yeah, both matches, literally, I think all I already saw was 1 tank on the map, because it was me. And you'll see what happens. It just, in both matches, shot after shot after shot is just hammering at me. At the beginning of the match, I don't know if you saw me type there real quick, hey, can I get some help in the city? And a lot of people said sure. Unfortunately, a lot of our mediums and lights went in the city too. RU-251, Bat Chat, T-55A. I thought we had 1 more. When literally nothing went to the field. We had 2 go to the field plus a light. So here in a second, I started climbing up the hill, and I'm looking at this going, this isn't good. So I start typing. I'm like, mediums, you might want to head over into the field and help them. And you'll see that they were a daylight and $1 short because they didn't, and we end up getting capped out. I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed it up this hill here. We're in putt-putt mode going up these hills. Yeah, why is a light tank in the city, somebody said. I said, mediums might want to go help in the field. I mean, common sense, guys, come on. It's not rocket science to look at the mini-map and go, oh, look, we got 2 mediums and a light covering that whole field. And that's exactly why we lose. So here I go, moving in for a kill. And Artie is looking at the map slowly from on the other side of the map, looking for tank and trucker. Well, it looks like he just shot over here and he stunned the T-110E4 and the IS-7. Did no damage to the IS-7. Very little to T-110E4. So I shoot through the wall and my round goes plop, which I thought was kind of not cool, man. So aiming at his lower plate, and I still don't pen him. So I said, screw it, we're gonna shoot premium roundages. But this is where the T-92 saw me and thought, I'm gonna erase this dude from the map, even if it takes me 25 shells. There's 1 shell. Yeah, he did no damage to me. I mean, he stunned my crew, and that was it. Thank God the guy playing the artillery didn't look like he had that good of stats, so. And, I am in a kind of a bad spot. I was trying to get shots on the T110 up there and the E100, but unfortunately, the spot that I'm in leaves me pretty well open to getting shot by artillery. Of course, I'd get a low roll and leave him with 2 frickin' hit points. Well, 560 is the average damage, but, 549 will do, so he's got an extra 2 hit points to carry on. It seems like whenever I have that sneaky little rascal up there and then I shoot the wall, miss him. Seems like whenever I'm on the receiving end of something like that, I don't get that extra 2 hit points to keep me in the match for an extra 5 minutes. No, they just kill me. If that RU-251 would have moved his ass, being that he's a light in the fucking city, I probably would have been able to hit the T10. But being that he was rocking back and forth in front of him so I couldn't hit, so that he could hit him for all of 240 hit points versus my 560 average damage. Fucking idiot. Damn retard shouldn't have been here. He's a decent player. He shouldn't have been in the city to begin with. And there's another arty shell. So he hit me for 223. And that was, again, not sure if those shells there that were hitting me in the side, I think those were bat chat shots. And we're getting capped out because all our lights and mediums went into the city like a bunch of ass jacks. And so now we just get picked apart, and lose, because if they would have went to the field like they should have in the first place, probably wouldn't have lost this match. Now that they redid the light tanks, you thought it was bad when a retard got in a heavy tank. At least they were in the match long enough to be able to maybe do some damage. Now they're in a light tank, they do absolutely no damage and get killed. I shouldn't have ever pulled the trigger on that one. That was a stupid shot on my part. Yeah, so I actually had... Yeah, there's Artie again. As you can see, since he started shooting at me, he hasn't stopped shooting at me. He shot at nothing but me. And now if you look at my reticle, the thing's huge as a freaking house. Yeah, so I think what they need to do with the Patton was shooting HE at me. What a fucking idiot. I mean, really, what a fucking idiot. I mean, the Patton, if you shoot a standard round, does what, 340, 390 average damage and 390? But he's going to hit me for 174. That's why I like this paint mod. You can see exactly where people are shooting at you and penning and not penning. So, they do disappear after you hit so many times, though. But yeah, so this was another match. This one and the next one you're gonna see, Artie just decided that they were gonna shoot at nothing but me throughout the whole match, and it happened both the matches I did in this. So unfortunately, both matches I kind of did shitty in the damage department. Yesterday I had a match in this, no artillery, so I wasn't getting stunned every freaking 2 milliseconds, and did almost 5,000 damage. But, when you're getting stunned and your reticle stays this big for the whole fucking match, you can't hit shit. So, yeah. I'll say it one time in this one, and I did it in the other one, and I beat a dead horse in one of the post-game stats. They need to knock it down to 1 arty per match. If they want to fix the problem altogether, take the shit out of the game altogether. Or, what they should have done is just made it where they knock the alpha per hit down. And let's say a tier 10 already does 700 average damage when it hits you. It's not going to one-shot you unless they obviously hit your ammo rack, which that can happen to any of them. So you could get hit 2, 3, 4 times and still, be alive versus one shot like they had it, and now they just stun the shit out of you. And the bigger the tank, slower the tank, the more they're going to shoot at you. So I don't know. World of getting stunned now. But if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post game stats for you. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, here's the results of that match. It's pretty pitiful, but this is what happens with the new stun mechanic. When an artillery player gets a hard on for one particular person, um, that's all he shot at was me. Once he got a boner and saw that I was in a position where if I had backed out, I was still, I mean, I would have literally had to back completely out of that whole area. It would have been stupid because he was hitting me for a whopping 200, 250, um, which I think is funny as shit. But he had a hard on for me, so he kept shooting and kept stunning me. And you've got a 90-second refresh on your repair kits and stuff. I think on a premium repair kit, maybe it was 60. I'll have to pay attention. I know on, I believe it is either the fire extinguisher or the first aid kit. No matter what, if you use a premium or a standard, it is a 90-second refresh before you can use it again. On the other two, I know that the repair kit, I believe that is 60 seconds on a premium and 90 seconds on a standard. And I think on the first aid kit, the standard is 60 seconds also, or 90 seconds also, and the premium is 60 seconds. I'm almost positive it's a fire extinguisher that no matter what, it's like a 90-second refresh. But yeah, we were hit by artillery a shit ton. Um, Sorry about that. I got hit at least 3 times by artillery, splashing me and just kept stunning me. But it was a pitiful, he'd hit me for like 200, 150, 300 or something like that. Yeah, he did a whole total of 1,637 damage, which normally you get hit by the T92 if it hits even near you. He does that much damage. So, fuck you and the horse you rode in on T92. Go and stun some people. It doesn't bug me because the way I look at it, there was what, one arty per side, T92. Okay, one arty per side. So he's got a hard on and he keeps shooting at me. Well, that's 14 other tanks that are free to, go around and just, pound the shit out of the enemy team. If he wants to shoot at one person, fine. It's meant now for groups of people, but he was a brainless wonder and kept shooting strictly at me with no one around me. So he just kept stunning one tank versus a bunch of tanks. So, duh, you got to relearn how to play artillery now. Anyways, yeah, so uh, didn't do a whole lot of damage because I kept getting stunned and my reticle was this big, and takes forever to aim in, and you're slow, and so. But oh well, I still did 1,600 some damage, but hit the E5 for 549. Hit the T10 twice. Once for knocked out his track and his engine, and did 1,083 damage to him and bounced around from him. Got steel wall. Let's get it off this guy here. So we did 1,632 damage, 307 experience. This was a loss. And damage blocked by armor was 1,380. Yeah, we got 10 shots off, 5 hit, and 3 penned. And normally I'm really accurate, but the problem I run into is when your reticle is bigger and shit, and you got an M48 patent, that their aim time is like a millisecond, so he can pop out. He goes, shrink and boom, and backs out before my reticle's going, do 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 do. I could have probably backed out, went around the bill, but then what am I going to shoot at? Nothing. At least I, was keeping artillery busy by him splashing me and stunning me, if that's what he wanted to do. And unfortunately, I don't know if you were watching the messages when the match started. I said, "Hey, I'll need some help in the city, please." The problem we had was everybody went to the city, all the mediums. And so on the way up the hill, I said, mediums, you might want to head out to the field and, help them out there. They're really going to need that help. And unfortunately, I believe they capped us out. Um, Did 581 damage from a distance of more than 300 meters. Got hit 12 times, 4 penned, 8 bounced, and got hit 3 times due to splash damage. So we blocked 1,380. Damage 2, vehicle destroyed none. Um, Received 24,032 credits for that courageous resistance because I didn't give up. Gosh damn it, no matter what. Fight to the end. I got an extra 6,570 credits to total out to 30,602, but we lost 33,387 because I put it back on premium because um, I was hoping that if I did anything, I'd be able to pen it because all I was getting shots at were turrets. Yeah, those damn mediums, boy, they can just tuck it, they pop out, shoot, tuck in real quick, and it's real hard to hit them little rascals. So, anyways, I had to laugh at artillery though. He just kept stunning me. To me, I'd rather get stunned than him knock, you know, 900 of my health off when he hits, a football field away from me, or knocks me down to one shot, or hits me and basically and one shots me. So yeah, stun me 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I think I still had like half my health at the end of that battle after getting hit at least 3 times by a T-92 artillery. So yeah, I'm glad they butt raped Artie. I sold all mine. I think I have. Well, let's take a peek so that you guys know I'm not full of shit. Because that's one thing I do not do is lie. So here's my tier 10 Arties: 0, tier 10 and 9, tier 10, 9, and 8. I still got to sell the 207. That's sevens added in there, sixes, fives. Like I said, I was going to keep the LEF leaf blower there. And I forgot there's a tier 3, I think it is, artillery that's also a premium, so I'm going to keep that one. There's fours, and there's the 3. It's the Sexton one. So I'm going to keep those two. 207, I'm going to sell that in just a second. Got a couple tier 2s that I got to sell yet, and I don't believe there's any tier. Yeah, there was no tier 1 already. So I've got 1, 2. Let's see, one's a tier 2. Both those are tier 2 arties, and that tier 8 artie, the FV207. I actually, just to see for shits and giggles, ran the FV207, and you can see I ran it with all, premium everything. Give them the get. Just I basically bribed the crew and gave them some biscuits and tea and put the extra fuel in there. Super fix-it kit. I shot all premium ammo. And then that's a tier 8 with the stun mechanism. Then I ran this tier 5 that does not have the stun mechanism, and they did not mess with the rounds. It still has heat rounds, and it's the HE and AP. And I actually did 860 damage with a bunch of direct hits with the tier 8, and I did 16, almost 1700 damage with the tier 5. Yeah, this does have a. Oh, what's the reload on this? It's like, holy shit. Reload is 7.68 so just about 7.5 second reload. Shoots across the map, so you don't have to drive halfway across the map to get a shot off. It is very accurate, but there is no splash, so you pretty much have to almost directly hit your targets. But did almost well 2.5 times more damage than I did in a tier 8. So yeah, they can take these tier all the arties and just stick them where the sun don't shine, because I love what they did to them. Now they are worthless as shit. So anyways, if you want to hold on, I'm going to run one more match and see if we get a little bit better odds this time. So hold on and I'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and here we are in Westfield, and welcome to World of Getting Stunned. I won't rant on, because I know I do in the after action report or review of this match. I think I'll just say it this one time, and because I say it a whole lot after this match, I think they need to knock it down to 1 artillery per side. That's it. None of this 2 and 3, just 1. 1 artillery is way more than plenty. There, that time, I'm sorry, that time I remembered to actually highlight what tank was, what tanks were what. I forgot the other 2 matches. Sorry. A lot of people want to see what tanks are on there, and I keep forgetting to change it over. But you'll see I get up here where your normal, your heavies get up here, um, kind of in this area right here. And as soon as I get up there, Artie's pre-aimed in there, and I just start getting stunned. I'm gonna leave it on the outer view, just so you can see kind of where the Artie rounds are hitting uh, near me, and just stun after stun. And now watch when I get stunned here in a second, how long I've got to aim in on this M103. So I got, see where he, okay, let me see. Did he actually, okay, so he didn't hit me direct. See, second shot just hit near me and I got stunned again. And that was a Conqueror gun carriage. So far I've been hit 2 times, and it's by artillery. So a world of getting stunned here is basically what this is. If he wouldn't have turned, I would have had a beautiful shot there. But yeah, so they made artillery more accurate and made it a bigger splash area, made it fire quicker. And I got hit again there. That's by the bat chat 155.58. So now I get, oh, and there's the M53.55. So you can see, I'm setting this one into, and there's another one. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That had to have been a miss. 355 bat chat. I don't know what that was, because that looked like artillery. It might have been an artillery round that just didn't splash near. But watch my reticle zooming in slower and shit. And I get hit again by the bat chat 155.58 again. So don't give me this bullshit that Artie's in there so no, people just don't sell. Fuck it. That's bullshit. I got shot by, they were shooting at nothing but me. And this is what is going to ruin the game. And there's another Artie shell, 53.55. I mean, given they're not hitting for shit, 202, 69, but they keep stunning the living fuck out of me, and my tank is so fucked up that I can't shoot anything. I can't get it. The reticle shrunk in, and so far this whole match, artillery has shot at nobody, nothing else but me. I've been the only target any of these fuckers have shot at, and don't tell me that there's nothing. You got the Ferdinand here, STI there, IS-3 there, VK100-01P. Don't tell me that they're not shooting at other people. I mean, literally, them fucking assholes have shot at nothing but me. So once again, stunned. And I think another Artie round comes in here in a second. He almost hits me again. Nah, I guess not. But yeah, so I'm gonna send this video into Wargaming and say, you need to knock it down to 1 Artie, because this is the fucking shit that happens when you got 3 artilleries on one side. They aim at one person and sit there and just fuck you up. Given, yeah, like I said, I wasn't getting hit for shit. 69, 202. I wish I would have looked at the other ones. But still, that's not the part that bugs me. The part that bugs me is when I'm consistently getting stunned over and over and over and over and over. I mean, literally, I got hit by all 3 of their Arties multiple times, and they shot at no one else. It's annoying as hell, I'll tell you that. So I figured I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. I went into the little town here, and I still got 1,058 of my hit points. Somebody just shot, must have been the Tiger 2. Just about shot me in the keister there. Aiming in on the Lorraine 40T. I took 1 shot at him and missed, but I get him this time. You may get away from me once, but you won't get away from me twice. Actually, I get hit by Artie again when I'm coming down the hill here in a second. Actually, I think I get hit maybe by 2 more Arties, or 2 more times by Artie. But yeah, I think to fix the problem with artillery, knock it down to 1 Artie per side, no more than 1, and take the stun effect out, and just make it where Their average damage, take the alpha per hit, and like a tier 10 will hit you for, let's say, no more than 700. You know, they can keep what they did with the aiming and whatnot the same. Yep, and there's another already 155, 58 hit me again, and Conquer just hit me again. 142, 339 from the bat chat already. But I couldn't even hit the Skoda T50 because my whole crew is stunned to shit again. And it's got a 70 seconds still, so it must be a 90-second. I thought it was supposed to be 60 seconds on the premium kits and 90 seconds on the small kits. Not to be so, because whenever I got hit, it sure wasn't down to 60 seconds. But yeah, we win this match. That's because Artie shot at nothing but me. Literally. I mean, I really don't think they shot at anything else but me. Or at least it fucking felt that way. But yeah, thank God this thing's got such good armor, because, I mean, seriously, if it didn't, yeah, that getting hit time after time, I mean, um, yeah, I was just getting pounded by Artie, and that stun effect it's more annoying, like I said, than anything. Um, Especially when you get hit, you fix it, and you get hit again and again and again. And like you saw, I mean, holy shit, Artie was shooting at nothing but me for the first, I'd say, first minute of the match. And then I'm coming down the hill, and again, I'm getting shot at by Artie once again. It's like, fucking shoot at somebody else. Give somebody else a turn. Well, if they want to have more than one Artie, what it should do is, if you get hit by artillery, you should be X'd out and not be able to be aimed or shot at by another artillery for at least a minute and a half to 2 minutes of the match. Problem solved. That way, already hit you. Well, I don't give a fuck if they got 10 other artilleries, but they can't shoot at you. Literally, they would not be able to aim in at you. They wouldn't be able to pull the trigger. If they even try aiming around you, it would be blocked out where they couldn't pull the trigger to fire. I'd be fixing that. I'd fix the fucking problem, so you can't get, multiple time shots by artillery over and over and over. And, people will watch us and go, well, you did it to yourself. You're up in that hill. Well, what? I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Go hide, cower, in a ditch somewhere and not try and help my team? I'm not going to do that. I went where the heavies normally go. So, it's just, it's more annoying than anything, so. Anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you guys, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, here's the results of that match, and once again, you can see artillery. I'm gonna send a message into Wargaming with a copy of this match, and I hope a lot of you guys do the same thing. They need to limit it to one artillery per side, because this fucking three arty bullshit where you get three arties and they all trying to hit you. You're the easiest one to hit, easy target, and they sit there and pound the shit out of you and just keep stunning you and stunning you and stuff. I mean, I couldn't even hit the T-110E4 10 feet away from me because it kept stunning me, and my reticle was shrinking in ever so painfully. And then I was waiting to get a shot off. Well, it shrank in, I got hit again. So I did the smart thing and hightailed it and got the fuck out of there and went through into the buildings where it's a lot safer. And, I still had quite a bit of my health left. I mean, they're only hitting, like, I got hit by the bat chat already for like 200, I think it was. But I didn't do shit for damage because, I keep getting shot by artillery. They keep stunning me. So I'm moving slow, or my tracks are off, or my gunner, the reticle shrinking in slower and fuck, you can't hit a target, or my commander's knocked out and you can't see anything. But I got hit by the Conqueror, I got hit by the M53, 55, and I got hit by, thought they had a bat chat already too. Didn't they have a bat chat already? 53, Conqueror. Oh yeah, bat chat already. So you can see that, they're still, they reduced the reload on them. They reduced the amount of dispersion on the round. They increased the amount of splash area, and then they add this stunning effect. So it doesn't really hit for shit, which I'm glad. But when you got 3 fucking artilleries and they're all shooting at just you, it gets annoying as fuck. And I think what they really need to do is limit it to 1 arty per side, not 2, not 3, but 1. Um, because one person, because Artie can see what the other Artie's aiming at, because they hit T, targets them, puts a target over them, so they know that that's what they're shooting at. So then, of course, they're going to shoot at it too, and then all 3 of them, next thing you know, are shooting at you. Um, yeah, see his results from splash damage there. I got 5 times, 5 fucking hits from artillery. Didn't do a lot of damage, but that stunning shit, it's annoying more than anything. Um, losing my damn voice. Because it doesn't really, it just annoys the fuck out of you because it knocks the shit out of your tank. And then if they're gonna have the stunning effect in there, they need to reduce the cooldown effect on your stuff because I mean, no sooner than I'd fix it, boom, I'd get hit by another arty and I'm stunned again. So basically you're kind of worthless for a while. But then when all 3 of them are trying to bone you to death, it's fucking annoying. So they need to really limit it to 1 arty per side. Fuck this 2 and 3 shit. 1 is plenty. Shit, none is even better. I'd be happy if they took the shit right out of the game. But yeah, due to the simple fact that I just kept getting hit round after round from artillery. Um, I wasn't able to even shoot at a weak spot on the T110E4, that commander's hatch, because I just couldn't aim in. Even when it was fully aimed, the reticle was still big because of being stunned. So, I mean, 1,600 damage, that's, oh my God, it's pitiful. I saw the match I did yesterday. No arty in that match. I did almost 5,000 damage. 3 arties in this match, and they keep shooting at the same fucking guy, me again. And I do a lousy 1,607 damage. It's more annoying than anything. But they need to really limit it to 1 arty per side, not 2 and not 3. 1. Shit, like I said, that'll take the shit right out of the game. So anyways, what I do? Damage upon me spot in the T110E4 was 196, and I destroyed his track. Somebody hit him for 667. More than likely, I think it was Artie. I did bounce around from him for 750, and I did hit him once and knocked his track off. Ooh, couldn't fucking hit him. I just couldn't aim in on him. Spotted the M103. Damage upon me spotting him was 356. I bounced around from him and I hit him for 554. T49 was zinging up the hill there. It says I knocked out his track, but he kept going right up the hill, unless he's got some sort of insta-fix. And did 506 damage to him. Tiger 2 was almost dead, but I did his ammo rack, or knocked it out, and hit him for 58 hit points and killed him. Lorraine 40T, I was surprised. I thought my crew was going to still have shell shock by the time I saw the Lorraine 40T across the map, but I was able to hit him. I took 2 shots at him. First one missed, second one hit him for 459 and killed him. And the ISU 152, damage upon me spotting him was 82. I come around the corner, he only had 40 hit points left, and I finished him off. Shitty match, though. 1,607, that's just pitiful. That is pitiful for what I do in this thing. But as you watch the replay, it's just one round after another. I just kept getting hit by artillery. They originally brought artillery in the game so that people didn't just sit back and hide and snipe. It was supposed to, stop people from camping, which it didn't serve that purpose at all. It just pissed people off. One shot and, they just go for the slowest fucking tank and then one shot it. So now they changed it to this stunning effect. If they want to have a stunning effect, then they should reduce the amount of damage these artilleries do even more. Because I've noticed a couple of them are actually still hitting for a pretty good amount. I did like in my Mosca hit for 51 hit points, but the other day I was in. It was a tier 8 tank. I can't remember what it was. But I got hit by T92, and he still took like 700 off me or 800, something like that. It didn't one-shot me, but still, if they're going to hit you for 800, stun you, it's just, the stunning thing it's more annoying than anything, like I said. What they should have done, if they wanted to fix the arty problem, Take it out of the game. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I wish they would. But if they wanted to fix the arty problem, simple fix. All they had to do is reduce the alpha per hit. Don't put the stupid shit stunning effect crap or it fucks your crew up and you sit there and get hit by, two or three other artilleries because now you're a sitting duck and, all the artillery players have no brains and all these click, click, I bet you I pissed him off. Click, click. That's how I picture artillery players. Um, Not all of them. I mean, I play it too, but you get a lot of people, that's all they play is artillery because they have no skill on how to play a tank. So all they know how to do is go, click, can I have a piece of pizza? Oh, wait a minute, click, and a soda pop, and will you itch my back for me and tickle my feet? Wait, click. I mean, fucking, it's no skill to play arty, none at all. Um, yeah, what they should have done is just reduce the alpha per hit, plain and simple. Don't add the stun effect in there. Just reduce the fucking amount that it hits. Problem solved. Simple Simon. Not going to this stunning effect and knocking your track and you're stunned for half a day, and then you get well, one, I think they should have reduced the alpha per hit and knocked it down to one arty per side, not two or three, one arty per side. That's all you need, one arty. That's it. That way, they're not just boning on one person, hopefully. They got the brains that they need to shoot at other people to, you're going to do more damage that way. One. Two, when you're taking and lessening the amount of multiple tanks, not just one. Like on this match where all the artists were just shooting at me. Keeps them busy, I guess, well, they get a slice of pizza and open their can of Pepsi. Well, the rest of the team turns around and fucking butt rapes them because they're shooting at one person. I mean, the way they designed it for the stun effect was it was for groups of tanks, not one. But if you can watch their video, they had um, oh geez, a 50B sitting on a hill. I think a Kronwagen. They had like four tanks sitting there, and they were saying, "Oh, now you got crowd control and boom, look at it. It affects all those tanks." But these idiots that are playing artillery are still shooting at one single person. I guess they didn't get the memo or something. And if you play arty, don't take any offense to this, please. It just it's annoying when there's three artilleries in the match. If they want to play arty, that's fine. Knock it to one freaking arty per side. That's all you need on each side. That'll keep it from going stagnant and do their job. But three arty, two arty, it's still too much. One arty is plain and simple, but the simple fix would have been just lower the alpha per hit so that it's not doing 2200 average damage. Knock it down to frickin' like a tank destroyer, 700 damage. Average damage is 700 average. So if you get hit, you're not going to get one shot unless they ammo rack you, which that's a chance in any tank. If they hit you for 800 and you're in a tier 10, obviously that would be a tier 10 already. And they hit you for 700, let's say. You can still get hit. Two, possibly three more times, even direct hits. And then and also I would keep take the stunning effect right back out of the match. I think a lot of people are really going to start getting pissed, and they're just going to end up, stop. They're going to quit playing tanks altogether because when you go out there and you're in a light tank, doesn't matter what you're in, any tank, and you just sit there getting stunned time after time after time after time. It's annoying as hell, and a lot of people are just going to get sick of it, and they'll go play that other tank game. Um, it's funny because World of Tanks says, "Oh, we beta test all sandbox server and we test them." I don't really think they take what they say that they listen to the masses of people that play World of Tanks. Really don't. I think they do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't care exactly. They don't care what we say. Take it and deal with it. And if you don't like it, well, it sucks to be you. Because I just can't see in a million years people that play World of Tanks liking that stun effect. Um, And the way they did it, here they nerfed all the light tanks they were coming out with, but they buffed up all the artilleries except for gave it the stun effect and supposedly less damage. Where I'll say, if you got a lot of armor and they're only hitting you with HE, yeah, it's doing less damage. But if you're in a light tank, I've still seen light tanks getting one shot. So don't tell me that, oh, you're not going to get one shot now, because I still see it happening. But yeah, they need to really. I think when this patch goes out to the rest of the servers and everybody else has got a chance to uh, play a Moss or a heavy tank or even a medium, and uh, basically sit there and get stunned time after time, it's just going to piss a lot of people off. I think Wargaming really made a mistake with this stunning effect thing. Like I said, they could have fixed it simple, Simon, by just lowering the alpha per hit down to about 700 for your tier 10s and so on and so forth with your smaller tanks. But anyways, yeah, this was a pitiful game for me. That's 1617 damage. That's pitiful. But I should have actually probably backed out of that area a little bit sooner. But I was trying to suppress the T110E4 and get him taken out because he was the biggest one on their team. So, but if you can't shoot something because your gun's, stunned and your crew is stunned, and then another already hits you and stuns you even longer, and another one hits you and stuns you, before you know it, you're going to be stunned for 5 minutes, and the match is going to be over. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the match. Uh, you guys take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield.